So this is a quick introduction video of this oxygen concentrator board. So I will explain what are the components, what are things we can connect to this board, how it is powered up, everything will be covered in this video. So this board has a dual power supply needed. This need a 24-volt supply for a solenoid and a fan, and a 5-volt supply for the board to operate the board. So we need to supply it from these two wires. One is 5-volt and ground, and the other one is 24-volt and ground. So the next thing is that we have a display. Display is already connected to this. You can detach using this connector, and there are two connectors here. So one is for the 5x2 solenoid. So you can connect the solenoid here. The polarity of this solenoid connection can be referred from the data sheet. There is another connector here, which is the 24-volt compatible fan. You can connect it here. There is also the polarity is needed. You can refer from the data sheet. So the oxygen concentrator has an oxygen concentration sensor. So that is connected to this connector. The connector harness and the sensor is also provided with this board. This is a pressure sensor. You can connect a pressure output of the oxygen concentrator up to 30 psi here with a 4 mm tubing. So we have a buzzer for alerting the low concentration, low pressure and all. Then the main connectors for the compressor and the 220-volt supply is here. So this is for the compressor. You can connect a compressor up to 6 ampere here, and you need to give the power for this 220-volt compressor through this connector. And you can also connect a fan which is working in 220-volt over here with a connector. So this fan and the compressor will be turned on only when the the oxygen concentrator is switched on using this button switch. So this is the power switch of this oxygen concentrator board. So you need to press and hold it for 3 seconds to turn on the concentrator, and also to turning off you need to press the same 3 seconds. So this is an overall idea of how this board look like, and what are the components you need to care about this board. The main thing you need to consider is that you need to assemble this board in a dust free and metal powder free environment, because the metal powders can damage this board. The another thing which should be concerned is that this polarity of this 5-volt and the 24-volt need to be cared. You cannot reverse the polarity. If you reverse the polarity, the board will be destroyed. So now we can move on to how we can power up this unit. So I have connected everything. This is the oxygen concentration sensor. So I have connected with this harness to this connector, and I have connected this pressure sensor with the outlet pressure with a 4 mm tubing. You need to push this tubing up to this level, and you can secure it with a tie wrap. And then I have given the power, the 5+5-volt ground, plus 24-volt and ground. Then I have connected this solenoid. In your case it is a 5x2 solenoid. So I have connected that. Then we can connect the rest of the things like this compressor, supply and all. Now I am not connecting that, just introducing the basic working of this board. I am going to power up this board. So I have given this 24-volt and 5-volt. So when the board is completely boot up, it will show this standby screen with your logo. And to start up this board, you need to press and hold this button for 3 seconds. So now the board is powered up. So you can see the logos on the top, then the oxygen concentration here, the LPM, the flow here, and the total running hours here. So this portion is for the alerts. Now we can hear this beep alert. This is because this oxygen supply is not given to this oxygen sensor. So this is a low concentration alarm and also a low pressure alarm. I haven't feed any pressure to this tube. So this is the current condition. So when you connect to this the concentrator directly, when it powered on, after a few seconds or when all the readings are stabilized, this alarm will be disappeared. So you can see this alert also, the concentration is in red color, because when it is a concentration is less than 70%, 80%, it will turn on this to red, and when it is below 70%, the alarm will be firing. So after powering up this board, we will be moving over to the configuration part of this board. With this configuration, you can set the alarm settings, like at what LPM you need to fire the alarm, and at what pressure you need to fire the alarm. And also this board can be used for a 5 LPM and a 10 LPM oxygen concentrator. That configuration is also done with this configuration option built in this board. So now I will tell you how to customize your machine, like how to customize this board for the appropriate setting for your machine. So for that you need a USB adapter. So this is also provided with this shipment. So you can you just need this board only, the board and the display. You don't need any supply to be given at this point. You need to take care of these wires. You should not short these wires. So you need to isolate it properly, and you need a USB adapter. You can connect it in this oxygen sensor connector. Just plug it in, that's it. And you can connect this USB to your laptop, and we will move forward how we can configure from the laptop. For configuring this device, you need to first install the drivers of the USB adapter. After that, to verify it, you need to go to the device manager and test this port options. You will see one port is open for this adapter. You need to note down that COM port, because we need this COM, whatever it be, the number, say COM 10 or COM 13, whatever it be, we need to use it for opening the serial port. Then you need to open the given software called PuTTY. In that you will see a serial option here. You need to press that, and in the serial line you need to give the corresponding serial COM port that you have seen in the device manager. In this case it is COM 10, so giving COM 10, and then the speed should be 9600. Then OK. Then you need to open the port. You will get this black screen. So in this screen, to start to start configuring the device, you need to input a capital Y. So these options will be listed down. So using these options, you can configure your machine with the customized setting. So I will explain one by one. The first option is view and edit the timing configurations. To open that, you need to press 1 and enter. Then you need to select which kind of concentrator you want to configure. With this board you can support the 5 LPM and the 10 LPM. So you want to configure the 5 LPM, you need to press the 1 and enter. Here you can see the timing settings of the 5 liter machine. So for up to 1 liter, what is the timing value? The timing is defined in milliseconds. So if you have a 3.5 seconds, you need to give 3500. So similarly, up to 5 LPM, what is the timing value needed? You can input one by one. So I will show you the example. You need to press 1 for editing the 1 liter option, and you need to input the time in milliseconds. Say it is 3000, that is 3 seconds, and enter. So you can see the 1 liter has changed from 3200 to 3000. So similarly, you can edit each and every values for the 5 liter machine. So for going back to the screen, previous screen, you need to press 0 and enter. So here you have the 10 liter also. You can configure the 10 liter timing options here. You need to press 2 and enter. We will go to the 10 liter options. So similarly, as you have done in the 5 liter, you can do the settings in the 10 liter option also. So I am going back to the main screen. So here also you need to press 0 to the back screen. Yeah, here is the main window. So here you have the another setting option, that is the second number, which is view and edit alarm thresholds. So here you can threshold the alarm settings, like at what flow you need to fire the alarm, and at what pressure you need to fire the alarm. These two settings can be set up here. So going to the option 1, which is the setting the flow. So selecting the flow. Here you can see the low flow alarm is set at 0.3 LPM and the high flow alarm is set at 4 LPM. So say it is a 5 liter machine you are configuring for, you need to change it to the low flow, say it is 0.3, and high flow to 5 liter. So selecting the option 2. So here you have to give the liter per minute, you need the threshold. So now it is changed to 5 liter. So similarly for a 10 liter machine, whatever your setting is, you can input here. So it is a global setting for 5 liter and the 10 liter. So you have to set it separately for each machine. So now going back to and changing the pressure options. So here the pressure is given in bar. So the low pressure is set at 1 bar and the high pressure is set at 1.5 bar. So if you want to change, select the corresponding setting and enter, and give the value and then press enter. So now it is changed to 2, the low pressure. So similarly you can change the pressure settings. So now going back to the main menu, it's 0 input. Yeah. So in this option, the third option is the reset hours. So this is for when you are making a new machine, you need to reset the hour of the machine, or after a maintenance you need to reset the hours. So you can do it from here. You just need to press the third option and press enter. The hours will be reset to 0. So you can see the message reset done. So just press enter to continue. So the fourth option is the selecting the kind of machine, like you have a 5 liter and a 10 liter machine, you can use this board for both, but you need to select which mode you are using. So based on this value, the timing settings are taken by the machine. So here it is set as 5 liter machine. If you want to change it to 10 liter, you just need to press 2 and enter. That is the second option. Yeah. So you can see current mode is 10 liter. So previously it was 5 liter. You can change it to, you have changed it to 10 liters. So in this way you can customize your machine based on the settings you want. So that's all how you are configuring your motherboard for appropriate settings.